Hello everyone, it is Andrea from Energy Healing by Andrea. I think we are going to pull a card from the Rose Oracle today. So let's see what our guides want us to hear today. What energies are out there? What messages are out there? What do we need to learn? How do we need to grow? For all of us that are watching this, what message do you have for us? What can we learn? What do we need to clarify? The Thorn. Protection, boundaries, clear communication. I've never seen that card before. Let's see. The Thorn. The rose is the queen of all flowers. Her soft and often fragrant bloom takes our breath away from near and far. A bridge between heaven and earth, she has the capacity to act as a portal to our true selves and call our soul more fully into our body. She leaves us in awe, allowing us to experience heaven on earth for a very precious moment. But the rose is not all gentle and soft. In fact, most roses are armored with spiky thorns and prickles of various shapes and sizes. These sharp protectors act like knights defending their queen, clearly setting the necessary boundary and conditions for her to do what she was born to do. We too are like the rose. So often we don't get taught how important clear communication and loving boundaries are to our relationships. When we're not clear on our needs, when we don't communicate them, when we don't take responsibility for them, it is impossible for others to give us what we need. This often results in a breakdown in the relationship. Communicating our needs and establishing our boundaries allows not just us to feel safe, but those we're in a relationship with to feel safe too. This card delivers the message of the importance of clear communication, boundaries, and taking responsibility for our needs. To be clear with others, we must first be clear with ourselves, and then communicate this to our loved ones and the world. The soul inquiry is, what loving boundaries are you being called to establish? How are you being called to communicate clearly to those you're in a relationship with? And I would say this isn't just romantic relationships. This is also friendships. This is also family relationships. This is also workplace relationships. Teachers, we need to set boundaries that make us feel comfortable. And I feel like a lot of us have felt like we weren't allowed to set boundaries, or that it was wrong to be clear with what we are comfortable and not comfortable with, and we're just supposed to go along with it and do whatever people say. This is not the way we are supposed to be living our life. This is such a clear example of the fact that a rose is beautiful and strong and powerful and the head of the flower family, and it still has prickles and thorns, protecting itself from being attacked, from being injured or harmed. And that is what we need to do for ourselves. Be that rose. Know that you are the king or the queen of yourself, and that you need to put those boundaries up. Not to be cold, not to push people away, but to say, listen, this is what I need from everyone around me. This is what I feel comfortable with. I will not let anybody cross those boundaries with me. And if they do, not that you're going to be harmed, but it's just you're not going to be able to have them around you because it doesn't make you feel safe, it doesn't make you feel supported, and it doesn't make you feel good. So just keep that in mind. Be that rose. It is beautiful, it is strong, and it is sensitive, and it is tender and soft, but it does have those thorns to protect it, and that is who you are. You need to set those boundaries to protect yourself, and there is nothing wrong with that. You are allowed to set it with whoever is in your life. Whoever. No one can tell you that your boundaries are wrong. They're your boundaries. So that is a fantastic message. I love it. And if you need to write them down, if you need to sit and kind of think of what do I feel comfortable with, what do I not feel comfortable with, what has happened in my life where I have felt like people have overstepped or been in my space, just to kind of sit and really get with yourself to figure out what your boundaries are. And they may be different in regards to your home boundaries, your family boundaries, your work boundaries, your friend boundaries. They all may be different, and that's okay too. This is your life. We only have this time here, so we need to make sure that we feel safe and comfortable with everything that happens to us. Okay. Have a good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.